Good morning, children. Sai Ram. I know you all are happy. Why? Because every day you all get to learn something or the other. Okay? Craft, drawing, exercise, and along with all the subjects. Yes? And you all are playing also at home. Yes? Eating different kinds of dishes made by mummy. Okay? So you all are happy. Okay. So we before we start the part second, we'll have a recap. Okay, what we have learned in the last class. Yes, children. What we have learned? Yes. What is the use of a calendar? Why do we use calendar? We use calendar to identify days, months, and year. Yes, and we can plan out our daily activities also. Okay. Time is divided into three parts. Which are those? Past, present, and future. Very good. Okay. Now, it is important to understand time for studying history. Okay, and we have seen that today's newspaper will tomorrow become an important means of getting to know history. Okay, all these concepts we have learned yesterday, right? So now we'll proceed further. How do we measure time? Okay, children, we have seen time as divided into three parts, but we further divide into seconds, minutes, hours, day, night, fortnight, month, and year also. Okay, as you all know, 60 seconds is equal to a minute, and 60 minutes is equal to an hour. Okay, yes. Now, fortnight. What is fortnight is? Fortnight is a period of 15 days. Okay, that means 2 weeks. As everyone knows, 1 week is equal to 7 days. Okay, 2 weeks is equal to 15 days. That is called as fortnight. Children, understood? 15 days, that is called as fortnight. Okay, in this way, time can be measured. Now, what are the instruments we use for measuring time? See, water clocks, and the calendar and an hourglass. These are the instruments which we use for measuring time. Okay, children, I repeat, water clock, calendar, and hourglass. These are the instruments we use for measuring time. Okay, we are going to see these instruments now. See, this is an hourglass. Okay, this is an hourglass. This is a water clock. A water clock. This everyone knows a calendar. This also everyone knows a clock. Okay, so these two you all know, a clock and a calendar, but these two things are new for you. These two instruments are new for you, a water clock and an hourglass. Okay, yes. So these are the instruments we use for measuring time. See, this is water clock. We are going to see the mechanism of it now. What is the mechanism now? How does it works? Okay, the working of this water clock. Fine. See, during ancient times, people were using water clocks. In ancient times means previous days. Okay, yes. We Indians call this water clock as Ghatika Yantra. Children, your parents must be knowing this word Ghatika Yantra. Okay, so you can ask them also. They will help you in this case. Fine. See, to calculate time, empty container with a hole was placed inside a large container filled with water. See, children, see, this is a water clock. There are two vessels, one large vessel. Outside you can see one large vessel which is filled with water, and inside one small container is placed with a hole. Okay, so through that hole water starts entering inside the small container, and when it gets completely filled with water, it starts sinking at the bottom. Okay, and then it settles down at the bottom. Then we mark passing of certain time. Okay, suppose and half an hour is passed, for this container to settles down, then we understand it. Okay, what we can understand, that half an hour is measured. Clear? So this is how the water clock is works. Okay, this is the mechanism of water clock. Clear, children? See, empty container with a hole was placed inside a large container filled with water. One large container that is filled with water, and inside that empty container with a hole was placed. Okay, when empty container with a hole was filled, how it starts filling? Through the hole, water starts entering inside it. Okay, and when it gets completely filled, it sinks and settles down at the bottom. Then it used to mark passing of certain time. Suppose an half an hour it takes to settles down at the bottom, then it is said that half an hour is measured. Clear? This is how this water clock works. Clear, children? Now we'll see the mechanism of an hourglass. Okay, this is called as an hourglass. See, this is used in the 14th century, children. Which century? 14th century, and it is used in Europe first. It came into use in Europe. Okay, see, it consisted of two connected glass vessels fitted in a wooden frame. Can you see that wooden frame? Okay, and inside that wooden frame, it has connected glass vessels fitted in a wooden frame. Two glass vessels you can see. Okay, yeah, which are connected with a wooden frame. Clear? Yes. Now dry fine sand was poured into one of the vessel. Okay, dry fine sand was poured into one of the vessel. What with the brown color you can see, that is a fine sand. Okay, which is poured in one of the vessel. The connecting hole, see children, connecting hole can you see, which I have marked with an arrow. That is the connecting hole between the vessels. That what does that do? Connecting hole, with that connecting hole, through that connecting hole, that sand passes from one vessel to another. Okay, it falls down from upper vessel to the lower vessel. Okay, see, the connecting hole between the vessels allowed the sand in the top vessel to fall into the lower vessel. Clear? See, the hourglass was constructed in such a way that it took 1 hour for all the sand to fall from one vessel into the other. Okay? How much period of time it took? That sand took 1 hour to fall from upper vessel to the lower vessel. Okay? Yes. The clock was turned over. Okay? As soon as all the sand had fallen into the lower vessel, what they have done? They have turned this clock. Okay, immediately. The clock was turned over as soon as all the sand had fallen into the lower vessel. This is how a period of 1 hour was measured. Why the period of 1 hour was measured? Because all the sand took 1 hour for falling down in the lower vessel from the upper vessel. Okay, children? That is why the time is measured as 1 hour. Clear? See. Once again, we'll see the mechanism of this. In the 14th century, the hourglass came into use in Europe. It consisted of two connected glass vessels fitted in a wooden frame. The dry fine sand was poured into one of the vessels. The connecting hole between the vessels allowed the sands in the top vessel to fall into the lower vessel. The hourglass was constructed in such a way that it took 1 hour for all the sand to fall from one vessel into another. The clock was turned over as soon as all the sand had fallen into the lower vessel. This is how a period of 1 hour was measured. Clear, children? Okay? Yes, we also were using this hourglass in India. Okay? In ancient times. Clear? Yes. Now, why do we make partitions of time in different ways? Yes, for our convenience. For our convenience means just for our suitability. Okay? For our suitability. For convenience of everyday work, time is divided in different ways. For example, see, while using words like now, a while ago, we always use these words. Yes or no? Now, like just now she has gone. Okay? A while ago. I have completed my homework a while ago. Yes or no? We use this word today, yesterday, tomorrow. And what do we do actually? We are unknowingly measuring time in our minds. Okay, when we use these words, what we do? We are unknowingly measuring time in our minds. Okay, now what we have learned, children. Okay, we have come to an end of the lesson. Now we'll have a recap in this what we have learned. For convenience of day to day work, time is split into parts. When we use words like right now, in a while, or later, see these kinds of words also we use. Yes, right now, teacher tells you right now, I want this. Okay, I want this right now. Yes or no? Okay, or later. Yes, you can do this later. Okay, so we use these words. So we unknowingly measure time in our minds. Fine. Time is measured by using instruments such as, which are the instruments? Clocks, calendars, school timetables, then an hourglass, water clock. Yes, very good. Time is divided into parts such as seconds, minute, hour, day and night, or week, fortnight, month, and year. What is fortnight, children? A period of 15 days. Very good. Okay. We get an understanding of time through historical buildings or old objects like coins, statues, or shards of pottery found in an area. They help us to understand the history of that place. I hope everybody is clear with all the concepts, children. Yes, I want you all to see these videos again and again and get your doubts clear. Okay, yes, what we have learned, the new words we have learned, okay, at the beginning of the lesson, I want you all to write that 3 times in your notebook. Okay, and teacher gives you the question answers also at the end of the lesson. That also I want you all to learn by heart. Write 2 or 3 times in your notebook and just get prepared. Fine. Okay, thank you, children. We'll meet in our next lesson. Till then, bye.